All right, so in this segment, we'll be going through all 12 of the planets in the solar system or in astrology. And more specifically, in this video, I'm just going to be keying in on the sun and what that means pertaining to you in astrology. A lot of times as astrologers, we go right into your sun sign, but I feel it's important for us to truly understand how you even got that sun sign in the first place and what that means, you know. So let's get right into it. So, what is the sun? The sun is literally your soul or your ego or your center self. So, in astrology, this is why we say, oh, your sun sign is Cancer, and I can see the Cancerian in you. I can see the traits that you have, as a Cancer. What they're simply saying is the essence of your soul is someone of a more intuitive or emotional type of nature, right? So the sun, soul, the sun, your soul, the sun, your ego, the sun is your true self, right? So this is what they mean when they say sun sign and why you have those traits, right? Because the ancients realized some long ago that children who were being born at certain times would have very similar traits. So, for instance, children being born from November 21st to December 21st, they would have a more passionate, outgoing, fiery, you know, adventurous type of nature, right? They were those type of kids, like type of kids who just want to wander everywhere, who want to see everything very blunt, right? That's because they're Sagittarius, and the essence of their soul enables them to want to go out and venture out and see all these things, or hunt for things, or they just have to see things, So that specific part of the sky, depending on when that child was born, will have specific traits pertaining to the child. So basically, the sun being from November 21st to December 21st, from the moment you were born, you took on all of the energies of where the sun was at that particular time. So that's your soul. So your soul took on those particular energies that was going on the planet at that time and space or in that moment. So this is why you see children born at a certain time, and they grow up to be adults. Why they have a certain nature about them. Because that's the energetic frequency that was on the planet when they were born. So the sun is your soul, it's your true self, it's your essence. I give you another example. Say you're driving a car and someone cuts you off in the car. Let's say your sun is in a watery nature. You're more likely to respond to that emotionally. And this also depends on other factors in your chart. But let's just simply talk about if your sun was in a water sign for this instance. You would be someone who would respond emotionally about the situation. You'd probably be like, I can't believe they cut me off, and get emotional about it and, try to comprehend, what just happened from an emotional standpoint. Versus if your sun was in an air sign and that very same thing happened to you, you would resonate on a frequency of trying to understand logically why it was happening. You would be more inclined to think intellectually, to say, oh, okay, this person cut me off. I don't really understand. Was it a car in front of them, or was it, why did this person cut me off? You try to figure it out from a more of a scientific standpoint versus from an emotional standpoint, sorry. So that's a little bit different. That's a little bit of a difference in how, the core frequencies or your sun or your soul wants to react to things, right? Because your soul is more of a watery nature. Your sun, your soul, is more of a airy, intellectual type of nature. So I hope I made that a little like easier to kind of gauge on what the sun is in astrology and how it correlates to you. So just a little short video with a few examples. I hope you like it. And I'm out.